Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DaRealLegend. We're back with some Clash Royale. In today's video, we're going to be featuring another Mega Knight Lumberjack deck, but this time around we added a few different cards to give you a completely different game experience when you use this deck. This deck here works out pretty well for defending. If you guys notice, my theme with my decks is that I try to find good control decks that allow you to defend and counter most of the things going on in the meta. That way you could quickly counter push and create a strong offensive push to overwhelm your opponent and get the tower, right? That's usually the way I like to play the decks. All right, so before we jump into the gameplay, I'm gonna leave you guys with a question of the day. All comments are appreciated as long as they're respectful and positive towards the community. So today's question is, what is your favorite Lumberjack deck? Leave the comments down below because I'm noticing that people are going crazy over every Lumberjack video that I do. So I definitely want to get creative and make some really interesting decks and definitely some off-meta decks, right? So we can switch things up and introduce different cards that I have not done decks for before. So that's the idea with that. So if you guys can help me out with that question of the day, I really appreciate it. And as always, if you do like the content, then definitely hit that button because it really helps out. All right, so enough of that. Let's get into this gameplay, folks. All right, so here we go. We're jumping into a match against Carmel Drop from the Little Peckers clans. Shout out to you. All right, so we're waiting for this elixir count to build up. You can see right in our hand, we already had the Lumberjack and the Mega Knight, but we're going to wait. They play the Goblin Gang on the left-hand side. We'll use the Executioner to start swooping away. And we got the Musketeer on the right-hand lane. Try to see if she can do some chip damage against the tower. We play the Hog Rider in front of it. That way, the Hog Rider could be a tank for the Musketeer, and the Musketeer could do damage. They play the Elite Barbarians at the bridge, immediately takes out the Musketeer. However, the Hog Rider got some damage done against the tower. So now we're just going to play the Skarmy to take out the Elite Barbs. They zapped them, puts us in a tough spot, especially with the Baby Dragon there. We'll use the log to push back the Elite Barbarians, and we're going to let that Baby Dragon do damage against our tower as we build up our elixir count. I didn't want to overextend on defense. I figured I could take the tower damage at that point and try to create a stronger push going forward. So waiting for this count to build up, they play the Lava Hound. So we got to be able to defend, right? So at this point, we want to use our air defense to make sure we get this Lava Hound out of the play. And we still want to create some type of momentum on the right-hand lane. So we got the E-Wiz and the Lava Hound together. We'll play Execution on the right-hand side because I feel pretty comfortable with two air units against the Lava Hound, especially one being the Musketeer. Execution is pushing on the side. It's actually going to move over and get rid of the Lava Pups. Very clutch. That worked out really well. Musketeer did some great damage against that Magic Archer. So all we need to do is stop it and then start building up elixir again. All right, so now we play the Hog Rider because we know that they kind of use a lot of elixir. Hog Rider gets to the tower. They play the E-Barbs. I'm okay with one hammer getting in. All we need to do now is stop the Elite Barbarians. We drop down the Mega Knight. Super damage done right there. We're going to follow up with the Musketeer. It's going to be able to lock on to the Baby Dragon. And hopefully Mega Knight can get a jump in on at the tower, and it does. Now we're going to play the Lumberjack. We're going to rage things up. Lumberjack's going to get rid of the Goblin Gang. We threw a log. We really didn't even need to. So now we're going to play the Hog Rider behind that Lumberjack since we got the Musketeer chipping away. And then we're going to rage things up. We're going to do a lot of damage right now. It's going to continue going. We got 37 seconds left now to stop that push. We got a tower. We're going to play the Execution. My apologies, the Electro Wizard on the left-hand side because we know the Lava Hound's coming. We know the Magic Archer's there. We're going to space out our units to avoid heavy spell damage. Musketeer's there. Then we're going to drop down the Executioner. Executioner's going to be able to lock on to the Lava Hound while the Musketeer locks on to the Baby Dragon. We are controlling the pace of this match. I'm bleeding elixir because I knew they were going to play Elite Barbarians, so I wanted to make sure I saved the elixir to stop them. We play the Skarmy. If they're able to zap it, our next move is to play the Mega Knight, which we were able to do right there. We saved our lane. We saved the match. GG. As you can see, the deck counters so many different archetypes, right? We're able to counter Elite Barbarian push. We're able to counter Lava Hound. I mean, it gets crazy. I mean, we can do even more with it, right? But in a short sample size of this replay, you guys are able to see that we can counter a lot of things, right? We got Skarmy. We got 3 air defense units. We have the Electro Wizard, which will help you against your Infernal Dragon, Inferno Towers. You got your Mega Knight, which will help against crowd control. I mean, come on. There's a lot of options here, folks. And then you got Lumberjack that will help you defend against those ground units that are pests. and it will help you rage up your deck, which quickly gives you an advantage on offense. All right, so that's the deck. If you guys appreciate Clash Royale content, then definitely subscribe for more. We're doing decks all the time, and again, folks, we create our decks. Sometimes we cover meta decks on here because I like to give my perspective on it and also break it down for you guys in a much simpler way to understand. And I like to bring different decks, keep it fresh, and also give you a little different twist for the meta. All right, so again, thank you. Appreciate the support you guys have been showing on the channel. We're getting subs like crazy, and I'm very happy. Peace out.